Hey, what is going on? Welcome to Heaven on Earth. I am Michael, the Leo Mystic, and this is where I channel the sacred guidance for this astrological week of the 15th until the 21st of March. Which means that we are approaching the spring equinox, equal day, equal night. The sun is rising from the underground again and is coming up and brings the light with it. The sun is exalted in Aries, which means it is not just at home, it can express its qualities to the max. Boom. We're going to talk about that in just a second, but first we have to wrap stuff up. Pisces is endings. That's why it's like returning back to source. It is therefore, as human beings who live in the third dimension, quite confusing because we're used to analyzing stuff and to just figure it out and explain. But Pisces, it's harder to explain in Pisces because it just is. And so in Pisces, we connect more with a feeling. It's the space between you and me. It is a connection with all things. And that's why in Pisces, it's more about just relating with a field around you and just letting go of all the attachments and all the thoughts that try to intervene, the judgment that you place on the world. So there's the last week of doing that. And we have the moon in Aries on Monday, which is honestly, start what you are ending. Clean stuff up. This is like, okay, wrap it up. Come on, let's go. It's like these last bits, get going and just wrap it up. And then, nothing notably happens. Obviously, we still have Saturn square Uranus. It's definitely coming off its square with Uranus, but it still is the old versus the new, and Mars is in Gemini, so there is a very dual nature. We can flip back between two spaces, sometimes very happy, sometimes very low, sometimes, looking forward to the future, sometimes looking back to the past. That is definitely what's going on, and we are looking with kind of a big energy, especially when the moon is in Aries, which makes Mars important. And that dualistic nature is going to continue. First and foremost, well, let me start by saying that the spring equinox happens on Saturday, okay? And that dualistic nature is going to continue. But a good thing that I see is happening is that Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius, which, are introducing obviously very mental, analytical, fixing, scientific energy. Now, Jupiter, the planet of yes and expansion, comes at the 20 degrees. And so the 20 degrees of Aquarius, 20 degrees is always, to 30 is more a spiritual degree, it's a more mature degree. So I have high hopes in that because Jupiter being, a very, opportunistic, fertile planet, I think it will bring beautiful energies, right? But still, it has to play according to the rules of Saturn and Uranus. And these both are fighting. So there is just a lot coming in a, new values, Uranus and Taurus, values that are constantly changing, meaning, I find this important, I find that important. And it's like that dualistic nature again. Saturn Aquarius has the ability to say, okay, yes, no, this is what's important. So that's the beauty of Jupiter and Saturn being Aquarius. Saturn is at the 10th degree, so it moves as well. So we are moving towards definitely more mature energy. But Saturn's going to come retrograde very soon. Jupiter's going to come retrograde very soon, in a couple of weeks. So we're definitely going to retrograde back into lower terrain. So I think what we're going to see right now, we're going to come into shadow period, is themes that will definitely become important for the next couple of months, whatever that is. So whatever is decided right now in terms of rules or in terms of regulations or COVID or all these things, these are themes that will come back. Where Pluto is also very close to its retrograde, so there's like a tension building. There is it's stretching beyond its capabilities, and I feel that that's what's happening right now, the ending of things. And we all feel it's a lot, but at the same time very mature. So we are learning a lot. We're seeing and we're understanding. We're getting new ideas. We're getting inspiration, and especially, Mercury comes into Pisces on Thursday, and that is communication. That is our mind. That is our thinking, the way we communicate. And in Pisces, it is definitely, it's in detriment in Pisces. And so miscommunication, this is like a Mercury retrograde, okay? Mercury is the worst in Pisces. It's dreamy. The communication does not really go how you would like. And there is more of a idealistic illusion, Naiveté kind of energy. So we get distracted a lot and easily, but that's at a 3D level, okay? At a 5D level, I would say, this is where we are able to really it's an invitation to reflect, to meditate, to relax, to chill with whatever you do. Because Mars is in Gemini, so communication is like blah, 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 fast, quick, analyzing, boom, let's go, there, tak, 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 tak. At this very moment, that's what's happening, and it's like, but still Piscean energy, so we're confused, all right? And that's not going to end. That's my point, is that the sun is going to be in Aries, though, so the sun energy is stronger. There's pure mind, there's a pure mind. And there's our mind is with God in a way. But Mercury in Pisces is confused. And, so this is, like I said, kind of a Mercury retrograde kind of way. And that's why we have to keep and that's for a whole year, because Sun comes into Aries on Saturday. And that's going to be the chart for the whole year. It's going to determine the whole year how our actions are, taken, how our communication is. So Mercury in Pisces is confused, a whole year of confusion, but at the same time, 5D-ish, it's very meditative, it's inspiring, it is mystical, it is able to make contact with Source itself, but distractions in the world, bad communication, and it has kind of a dogmatic nature, making Jupiter important. So that's science experiments that happen and just happen behind the scenes, maybe even, and it's hidden, and things are being lost. Information that goes lost, and we don't really know. I think it's going to be a whole year of we still don't know. But Mars and the Moon are on the North Node in Gemini. So that will mean that we're going to do everything to search for truth, to search for the facts, and to, in a way, it is squaring Mercury. So I think it's kind of a mitigating factor. So it is, which means it's actually not that bad. So I think if we have to take action, we have to speak up, and this is again an integration of meditation. It's actually what it's saying is religion or spirituality, whatever, and science have to be introduced. Because Mars in Gemini makes Mercury important, it's squaring Mercury. So there is that communication. There's a solution that has to be found to that balance between too much science and spirituality. But then Jupiter is in Aquarius, so that I think we can find a solution. I think we can find it. But there's hard work, and we have to work our way through a lot of confusion. The fact that Moon is in Gemini also shows that there's our moods are going to change a lot. It will be yes and no. It's like we will be like confused and like, what is it going to be? I'm not sure. So those who know are the ones who can just stand still, be centered. These are the people that know. You have to meditate. You have to seek, and you have to, in a way, fight. But there's a moment where you have to be like, okay, 0 point, meditate, relax, chill, and focused. And then you can take action. And that's like the balance that you're going to have to find in a way. Venus is also in Pisces for the whole year. So, and it's at the ending degrees. It's, I think it's around 26 or 28 degrees, somewhere out there. And the ending degrees are very Saturnian. And that's where disease happens. So, I think Venus representing relationships and material things, I think honestly that it's just going to continue. I don't think we'll see any solution until next March next. We're definitely going to have a lot more will to fight and a lot more, solutions that we can find, especially with Jupiter and Aquarius fixing things. But, it's just going to be, I say, a whole year of the same, pretty much. So, and then Venus comes into Aries, which makes it very, on Sunday. So there's definitely that energy of fighting, that energy of going for it, after it, like, let's take some action. I want this, a strong desire, but a little bit aggressive and a little bit a deep need to search for the truth, really. Venus in Aries and Mars in Gemini and the North Node, and so there's quite of an acute energy and a quite inflamed energy, and discussions will run high, and there will be a more dualistic nature. There will be division. There will be fights for truth. It's an information war. That is what's going on. An information war for who speaks the truth and who. There's a competitive nature in this as well. Like I'm speaking the truth. No, I'm speaking the truth. No, I'm speaking the truth. And we're just, with our Mercury in Pisces, we're just confused. We're like, no, that's the truth. No, that's the truth. And so, Venus and Gemini is just, mentally processing these emotions, but is not really feeling it. And I think that is the invitation of Mercury that takes the time, stands still, and meditates and thinks like, okay, hold on, what am I feeling here? And let these messages come through. And it's not feeling based, really. It's more mental. But we will understand if you relax, chill, and take time to reflect, and then you will see the truth. That's the promise. That's the ability for you too. So it's just something to take in mind for the whole year. Venus in Pisces, Mercury in Pisces, Sun in Aries, Mars in Gemini. In a way, Mercury too, gets behind. So you will find out later. There's a delay, if you will. There's a delay on understanding because Mercury is the last personal planet. Mars is ahead. So we'll go after it and we'll seek for it. And there's a very jittery, aggressive search from here to there. No, so there's a lot of people traveling in their own environment. There's a lot of traffic. But people get lost and people confused and, just, I didn't know that this was possible. I didn't know that we were not allowed to do this. And it's just, we find out later, and there's delays on that information. And so we're in the forefront, but we find out later. And so Venus in Pisces too, I think there's still a little bit like, it may be too dreamy, maybe too naive. But as I said, meditate, relax, chill. I think the message is pretty clear. And that would be my message for that. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. Nope. That's my message for you. So, you know what to do. Much love, the Mystic. Peace. See you next week.